Rachel with the team at Clarity Co. here to bring you some tech clarity. Today we'll be talking through our Monday 101 course on system navigation, specifically diving into the My Work section, how it functions, and customization for you as a user. Let's dive in. All right, jumping into your Monday.com, go ahead and select the My Work tab here. I've already got this pulled up for myself, so I'm going to hit the Control period quick key on my keyboard to close that left-hand navigation for myself. Once I'm in the My Work section, you can see that My Work is the hub that pulls in all tasks across all workspaces in Monday.com and pulls them into one centralized workspace. One quick pro tip we like to remind our teams of is this section of Monday.com, specifically My Work, only works as long as there is a people column on the board, which is indicated here in the My Work section, and there is an assigned user in that people column. No people column, no task shows up in My Work, and no assigned user, no tasks shows up in My Work. So to ensure that this system works properly, make sure that you've got those two critical details to have the tasks pulled over to My Work here in this hub. Once you jump into My Work, you can see that there are 6 different sections here. 5 are indicated based on specific dates, whether it's been in the past, as by this past date grouping, or today or future dates, as indicated by these 4 groupings here. This last grouping here, items without a date, this is a great section to receive further clarity from your leadership or other team members of when there is a due date for this specific item. You can add those due dates here within the system once you've received that clarity, which we'll dive into later in this training. The display for My Work pulls in data from the keyboards where the original item is listed. So that is the group, the board, the people column, the date, the status, as well as the priority that is listed. Again, if there are key details that are not listed on that original board, those items will not be pulling in information in these cells because there is no value in that cell. However, if there is information listed, as you can see here, you can see the original status is pulled in here to your My Work section and listed here under that column header. One of the reasons why we love this section of My Work here at Clarity Co. is because of the ability to make changes and edits within this section here without having to flip between boards. So if I need to update a status, I can go ahead and do that. Same with updating the date. If I need to update any other information that is listed on this board, I can open the item page and I have all of the columns listed here and I can make edits here, post updates, link files, and also see the activity log tied to this item without having to flip through the different boards that I'm working on. If, however, I do need to get directly to that board quickly and easily, instead of having to go over to my left-hand navigation menu here, searching for it, I can select this hyperlink here, navigating me over to that other board, which allows me to get there quick and easy without having to search or dig. One other quick call out within the section of My Work is sub-items are also listed here as indicated by this differentiated icon here. You can change sub-items and make them items, make any edits here within your My Work section. You don't have to go back to that specific board to make any changes within the status update, date, etc. It all can be done here within this exact same section. One quick pro tip we want to make you aware of is limitations within the My Work section. If your company has over 250 boards that you are the assigned owner or user on, or if you have more than 1,000 tasks that are active within the system that you are the assigned user on, this is where you'll run into barriers in the My Work section. That being said, very few examples will cause this to be maximized within the system of Monday.com, allowing you as the user to maximize My Work as a great section for you to use to influence your day-to-day workflow. In Monday.com, we love the search bar feature. This saves us time and energy from having to go dig across different workspaces. My Work is definitely not an exception to this feature. If I need to search for the item, whatever it might be based on the name, or even narrow it down based on due date, this will allow me to search for that specific task that I'm looking for without having to go through all of my tasks in this hub and dig to find it. My Work also allows us to add a new item to a specific board wherever it is in the system without having to flip to that board in Monday.com. To do that, go ahead and click New Item here, type that item name, And then I can tie that item to the specific board here, wherever it might be across any workspace in the system of Monday.com that I'm working in. I can go ahead and select that board, and then I can add the key details of information that I need, even down to the due date, and then I can create that item and it will show up within my work section here quickly and easily. A great example of how you might use this is, let's say you're pinged by a team member, hey, can I get an update on whatever task? Or hey, don't forget, I need you to do this quick task. Instead of me having to write it out on a sticky note, remember, go back to an email, whatever your system might be, I can quickly and easily add that new item into my workflow without losing my flow and go ahead and have it show up as a task in my work here. Now, there are different ways to customize this view of my work in Monday.com within this section specifically. Going over here to the right-hand side, I can select Customize here, and then I can go ahead and update what I need viewed here based on the columns that are displayed in the board. So I can update what people are displayed. If I want to check in, let's say, and add in a team member that I manage or another team member to see what their workload might be, to see if they can help me, I can add their tasks in to my work section by typing their name, selecting that, and then they'll show up here in my work section. I can also select which boards I want displayed within my work, so I can deselect the ones that I don't need displayed, or I can select the ones that I do need displayed if I've hidden them in a previous selection. I can also select and change which status columns are displayed. The first status column is going to be the one that is pulled into this specific column over here, as listed here in the status column. If I need to change that, I can go ahead and select the different status columns that are built within that board on that original board in Monday.com. Sometimes we need a different status displayed, such as progress, assignment type, whatever it might be. This status column section is a great tool available to us to use to change that option in our selection. Same principle applies to both the date column and the priority column, meaning the first date column posted on our Monday board or the first priority column posted on that original Monday board is what's going to be pulled into these specific status headings here and then displayed down below. If I need to change those, go ahead and go to the date column, select the date column that I want displayed, and then it will be pulled into the system of my work. One final call out in the Customize section is hiding the done items. This will remove the items that you've already completed your work on and take them out of your My workflow, leaving just actionable tasks to be displayed. As shared before, the default view within my work is the date view as shown here, based on the later, based on the without a date items, whatever it might be. Let's say, for example, I want to change this view. I can select and base this on a status, on the priority, on which board items are listed on, or even have just a single list view to go down one at a time and knock all items out based on my workflow for the day. This is all based on a user preference, so be sure to select what works best for you within the customized options that Monday.com has built. Speaking of different views, the calendar view is a great option for managers or users to use to see what workforce management might look like as far as when things are due. Going to the calendar view, select this option, and you can see which days might be heavier workflow days for specific team members or for yourself if it's an individualized user. One final call out that we want to share with you is the 3-item menu listed over here. Once you click that, you can see a variety of options available to you as far as the user. A couple quick call outs. Copying that item link is great for clear communication within the update section. You can move that item to a different grouping or a different board based on this move to option here. You can also convert that item to a sub-item or that sub-item up to an item depending on your need. There's a variety of tools here which are great to use, so be sure to select the 3 dots and check that out. That's all that we have from our team here at Clarity Co. We want to say thank you so much for tuning in to our Monday 101 session. If you need additional tips, tricks, ideas on how to maximize your Monday.com or creative minds working on bigger builds within your system, be sure to reach out to our team at Clarity Co. and we're happy to help. Until next time.